Hi guys, Glenn Anderson here. So I just wanted to talk about why I chose to do strongman as opposed to powerlifting, bodybuilding and Olympic lifting. Well, I started lifting about 2000, 2001. I had at home just a crappy little weight set from Argos and I just started lifting. But back then I was like 19, 20, didn't really know anything about training. Just had it was, like I say, it was a crappy weight set from Argos. It was literally just a standard weightlifting bar, not a 2 inch thick Olympic bar like most gyms have now. It was literally a thin 1 inch bar, and all the weights they were all standard. It was just standard crap basically. And then in 2005, I actually went to my first gym. I still remember that, and the weights there were actually standard. This was like 2005, late 2005. So by this point, I was 24. Now I never wanted to do bodybuilding at all because I just know that I just haven't got the discipline to do it basically. I think I could probably do the training, but I just don't think I could do the diet side of it. I'm just not the sort of person that could just eat pasta and chicken breast and eggs and just the same shit all the time basically. And I'd be like walking past a chip shop or something, and I'd smell the smell of the chippy, and I'd just want to walk in and get some chips. My diet at the time was always shit anyway. I mean, I will be honest, it's not great now, but it's a lot better than it used to be. But back then, my diet weren't great, but I just knew that I wouldn't be able to do the diet side of it. I just knew instinctively that I just wouldn't have the discipline to diet to be a bodybuilder. So I never really wanted to do bodybuilding. Now, when I started training at this gym in 2005, back then, I mean, strongman was pretty much unheard of, really. You just saw it on the telly, but there wasn't really a lot of gyms that catered to strongman. They were very few and far between. I think probably just a handful of them. But like I say, in the last few years, and more and more gyms have been catering to strongman now. Strongman is a growing sport. It is getting much larger. It's getting more and more people are doing it all the time, which I think is great. But like I say, back in 2005, strongman was few and far between really then. So I wanted to get strong basically. That was my goal. It always was. I never wanted to do bodybuilding. So I did start doing powerlifting. So I just focused on the squat, bench and deadlift and did accessories and all that. And but I thought, well, yeah, that's all well and good. I wanted to get strong and deadlift big weight and bench big weight, squat, etc. But I wanted to be fit as well. I wanted to have conditioning. And at this gym, it was a small gym. It was mainly a powerlifting gym. I mean, they had an exercise bike, but there was nothing you could really. There weren't sandbags or any of that sort of stuff. There was nothing you could really do for conditioning. Basically, it was a small gym, and then it was all just weights machines. It was, like I say, they had bench presses, squat racks, basically. Nothing that you could really do conditioning. And I wanted to be strong, but I also wanted to have a decent amount of conditioning as well. I didn't want to be one of these guys that could squat like £800 but couldn't tie my shoelace or struggle to move and stuff. And I didn't want to be like a big fatty that could barely move and was only good just to get under a squat rack or bench a big weight. I didn't want to be able to do just that. I wanted to be able to move as well and have some decent conditioning. So strongman was really what I wanted, because what I love about strongman is that there's just so much. And anyway, so did training, powerlifting for about 9 or 10 years, and then in about 2014, 2015, I was training at another gym, and a guy there, he knew that I wanted to do strongman. He said, "Oh yeah, there's this gym called Absolute near Lakeside." He said, they've got strongman stuff there. So I went down there, paid it a visit, and they had log press, they had farmer's walk, yoke, stones. I went in there, I paid for one session, had to go on it, and I absolutely loved it. I was like, yes, here we go, now this is it. Because some of it, the yoke I really took to. I'm good at yoke. I've done a 400 kilo yoke, and 300 I'm pretty fast at, and farmers was okay. Log press I didn't like initially, but I quickly got used to it, and I love log press. Stones, I was really horrible at stones. To be honest, stones is actually still a weak event for me. But I did the farmers and loved that. And I liked a lot of the stuff. It's much more diverse. Because in powerlifting, as you know, you've only got squat, bench, and deadlift. So you've only got them three. You've only got 3 lifts to worry about, and you've only got to lift the weight once. So there's not really a lot of conditioning involved there, really. Don't get me wrong, I like powerlifting. I do like powerlifting. Got nothing against powerlifters. I do like the sport of powerlifting. That's a great sport. And if strongman didn't exist, I'd probably do powerlifting. But you know, I just love the sport of powerlifting, so I got stuck in all that, and I loved it. I thought, yeah, this is it. This is my calling card. You know, this is what I want to do. Like I say, yoke and farmers, I took pretty much came quite naturally to me, and you know, log was okay. Not as good as those, because I'm the sort of person, I'm better at stuff that like deadlifts and stuff. I'm better at stuff that requires brute strength rather than technique. You know, you can give me a log and all that, and I can clean it and all that, but sometimes if my technique's off a bit, I'm going to miss it. Whereas something like a deadlift or a yoke or something, I could just use my brute strength. So, you know, started doing strongman around 2015 and really got stuck in and loved it, and been doing it 6 years now. And I've done some competitions. More recently, I did a competition last month and I got third in that. So yeah, you know, I love the sport. I've done 5 strongman competitions altogether now, 3 novice and 2 intermediate competitions, and I love it's just so much more diverse. It's really fun to do. It's a really fun, great sport. You know, so many different things you can do. You know, you can lift an axle overhead, a log overhead. You got your farmers. You got a tire flip. You know, I love going to all these different strongman gyms where you can do all this different shit that you don't get to do normally. And of course, like I say, strongman, you need good conditioning, all, because strongman really does take a lot out of you and all that. So, what I love about strongman is just the fact that you can be strong and do all the big lifts, but there's lots of stuff as well that will also test your conditioning and your fitness, and I like it for that as well. The sandbag carries, the keg carries, all that sort of stuff. It's all hard work, but I love it. You know, I love the challenge of it. So I think it's just, you know, mainly the fact that with strongman there's much more to it. You know, there's so many different stuff you can do in a competition. In powerlifting you get 3 events: squat, bench and deadlift. In a strongman competition, depending on what it is, you'll normally get 5 or 6, sometimes more if it's like a really high competition. But there's just so many stuff you can do. Like I say, it's good to go to different gyms and do loads of different stuff, and you know, try out all the various different things. You know, tire flip, yoke, farmers, log press, axle press, you know, sandbag, keg carry. You know, I've even done a truck pull as well, and I like that. I found that quite good. So, yeah, I think it's just the fact that, you know, strongman is a good sport, and it's good for your health as well once you do it. You know, like I say, it will make you fit as well as strong. So you really do, it really does make you well-rounded. You need to be a really well-rounded person to be able to do it. You know, it's no good just being good at like a deadlift only or something, or a squat only. You know, you need to be that complete package and just be good at all of it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon with some more videos. Cheers.